gangs taught me to, that you're supposed to graduate from high school. When I was coming up, they sent people to school to be lawyers. For who? The gang members, because we're doing criminal activity and we need our own lawyers. It's kind of like the mafia. What these guys are wrapped up in goes even deeper. I have no tattoos on my body, so the only way I used to be a chain gang or a thug or a drug dealer is I tell you, okay? That's something that they don't have. That's why the law can give you more time if you got certain tattoos on your body. They don't know that. They should be taught that. They also should be taught that on school property and in public areas, you don't do gang activity. That's a rule. You don't do that, okay? There's actual rules to it. Getting them out of it would have to give them some kind of mental alternative. A physical alternative like a job. Some say, well, they need jobs. Well, I sold more dope when I had a job than I did when I didn't have a job.
Memphis does have a gang problem. Sometime from the 1960s to, the 2000, now 2007, these gangs have lost their perspective. They've lost their goals. If you're involved in some type of gang activity and you're arrested and you're involved in criminal activity and you are a gang member, you can receive a sentence enhancement that is usually put forth by the district attorney's office.
Something that we're seeing a lot, especially in the past 5 years, is that the gang members are getting younger and they're getting more brazen. We prosecute, unfortunately, a lot of juveniles as adults because of the fact that you're getting 15, 16, 17-year-olds who are committing violent crimes. Your witnesses are usually drug dealers, fellow gang members, or rival gang members, and it takes an ability to be able to deal with these types of witnesses who are familiar with the criminal justice system, certainly don't want anything to do with the police or the district attorney's office.
Law enforcement is not the answer. It never will be the answer. It can't ever be the answer. What law enforcement is for, to make people accountable, to maybe take some violent people off the streets, but if you're talking about solving the problem, then that's a community issue.
In 2000, I was called to the ministry by God. I accepted. I get real mad and I get real hoodie and thuggy, all with the anointing that God has on me. I found out that God wanted that old thug to be used in a way that God could use him. So now I'm preaching these guys' funerals. They're laying in front of me dead, empty shells. My job is to bring them to Christ. But I'm trying to keep them alive long enough to get the message to them. I always say, and I tell gang members, I'm not here to get you out of a gang. That's your decision. I didn't get you in the gang, okay? A lot of myths about getting in or out are out there, like you can never get out, you'll have to die. Well, that's not true. Don't be a robber. Don't be a killer. Take care of the kids that you bring into this world. Pay your taxes and live right. You can be a GD and wear a crown. I don't care. Okay? If your organization got some real heart to it, I should see some effectiveness in the community that you're in. You say this your block, you'll put tattoos of the name of the street on your arms, but you won't cut the grass on this block? You won't paint the old lady's house on this block that can't afford no paint? And her husband dead? See, that's what the gangs used to do. That's what they're supposed to do. It's like this: if the gang was organized to the point that they could open businesses like they did in Los Angeles in '92, he's still a member of the Crip, but he owns now Blue Garage. And they got a tow trucking business. They don't sell dope anymore. They don't do drive-bys anymore. He's legal, okay? Even though he's an ex-felon, he's running a business. He may go to his grave with blue on as a Crip, okay? But what did he do? I'll go to my grave as a minister of the gospel of Jesus Christ. What have I done?